Ronnie waits for Montel downstairs. When Montel came down, he entered into the car after they greeted. Ronnie chuckles, "Are you ready, Mr. Hitman?" Montel looks seriously, "When have I ever not been ready? But man, I'm getting tired of this killing, it's taking a bad effect on me. We've been doing this for too long, since we were teenagers, I'm having nightmares, I still think of my first body." Ronnie responds in a voice of sympathy, "It can get rough, but we made for it. We've been badass little kids since forever, preteens stealing cars." Montel laughs, and sometimes Jake catches this and be like, "Y'all little ass get from that car. I know he wasn't the best uncle toward the end, but I miss him low-key." Ronnie does a quick chuckle, "Yeah, he wasn't that bad, I guess," and they both laughed. When they made it, Montel and Ronnie hugged each other, and then Montel boarded the plane, getting prepared to take a life. When Montel made it to the hotel, without staying much, he immediately went to jog, but to stake out the small mansion of the guy he is going to assassinate. He sees that the security is pretty low, 2 guards and 1 inside through the window. He looks through briefly, and 1 camera even when he jogged around the back, so he has 1 camera in the front and then the 2 outside, and the 3rd is easy. As Montel was at the hotel getting prepared, he looked in the mirror, thinking to himself who he had become. But he lifted his head up and grabbed his pistol with the suppressor. Montel crouched behind a car, shooting the 2 security guards clean in the head, killing them, and proceeded to move forward, grabbing the key from their pocket. Then, unlocking the door, the guard sees him, but before he can withdraw, he is killed. The guy was upstairs having sex until Montel busted through. Montel injures his wife first, and the man sits up worried, begging and pleading, but Montel kills his wife by shooting her so many times that she dies in shock with her eyes open. Montel made him take him to a safe where he retrieved $5 million, and then got his stash spot where the product would be. The man said, "I showed you everything, now my life?" Montel asked him what about it before killing him clean shot to the head. Meanwhile, Ronnie was taking out one of his competitors. As he was in front of his car scrolling social media, Ronnie got out and shot him so many times without remorse, and walked away like nothing happened. After Montel had his cleanup guys come and get the product and his wife to go and get the cash, he went to Miami to meet the plug to conversate. When Montel got out of the taxi, the guards greeted him, and the women flirted as always. When Montel walked in, the plug greeted him by calling him son. They sat down. He asked him whiskey. Montel responded wine, red? The plug asked him, white. Montel responded. The plug tells him, "I love how things have been going in Chicago. I am well pleased with your work, son. How do you feel about a promotion? I need someone to fill my shoes. You distribute, yes, but you're a local one, still compete with mid-levels. You need to become the socket that you wanted when I first met you." Montel nods his head, "Things changed, sir." The plug chuckles, "Son, I know you're thinking about family and how far you came, but with me, you have the cops, FBI, no, but you'll have the city, son, and 2 more major cities. You can be the man that dealers only can dream of being. See, you have all the tools most dealers only have one or the other. See, I want every city and town, but I need someone like you for the major cities." Montel tells him, "Let me think about it." The plug tells him, "Don't keep me waiting." Meanwhile, Montel had made it to his home, laying down until Amani came to comfort him. She asks him how the trip was. Montel exhaustingly puts his head down, stressed and tensed. She then tells him, "Baby, I want to apologize for the way I've been acting, but I'm scared of losing you to this life you live. I want you here for me and our daughter." Montel, in deep distress, tells her, "I know, but you don't have to worry, the streets couldn't take me as a teenager, so they damn sure can't now." She drops a tear and he comforts her. He gets a call from Ronnie for an emergency meeting. He then leaves after kissing her. When Montel made it, he walked in and greeted him, saying, "What's up, little brother?" and laughs. But Ronnie looks at him. "This is not a laughing matter. I just killed somebody." Montel looks confused. "What's new?" Ronnie checks around the area. "I killed a nigga with ties to some big dog in the streets named Cash." Montel closes his eyes. If it's not one thing, it's another. He been having the streets since Get Money team days. After Rich got locked up, we're on their level as far as product both distribute, but the streets respect him more. I got to make a power move and you need to get your team and lay low until I do so. Ronnie nods his head and Montel leaves. Meanwhile, as Montel lay down while his wife was in the bathroom, he called the plug and told him it's a deal, but I need information on this guy named Cash. The plug tells him no problem. Meanwhile, Quick walks up to a crowd of 69th members and kills 4 men right there, no questions asked, because of what they did to them previously. The next morning, Montel was preparing dinner with his wife and daughter, laughing and talking, but they then heard a buzz. Montel says, before getting a little nervous, "This is the first time she's coming, let's just be regular." When she walked in, she had Montel and Ronnie, 3 little brothers, but she was already criticizing, talking about how expensive things must be and where the money must come from. Already, Montel was furious. Montel pulls his grandmother to the side as his mother sits looking stuck up without even saying hey to his daughter or wife. He asks her, "What's wrong with you both? I invited you all over for dinner to spend time with your great-granddaughter and get to know her more. It's been forever since we've been under the same roof." She then tells him, "I don't want to be under the same roof as a drug dealer, and if the child comes from you, I don't want to know it." He then looks angry. "You know what? Dinner's over, get everybody and leave, never contact me again," and they all left. Montel walks to the room as Amani follows him. When he made it to the room, she sat down as he began to speak. "I'm tired. I brought them a home in the suburbs and a restaurant with their name on it. When Jake made his money, he left them in the hood with nothing, but he was the best son and best little brother. I don't get it while we was stuck with a war on our hands." She looks confused. "What do your uncle have to do with the war?" He then tells her, "Get Ronnie a plate together for me and tell him I may be back." When Montel sees Sir, he smiles and laughs. "You still looking good, old man." Sir chuckles, "And I still look good, little nigga." Montel chuckles, "You good in here, man?" Sir nods his head. "I mostly have everything I need, plus a little guard friend in here, every Saturday night." They laugh. Sir asks him, "Is business good?" Montel responds, "Better than ever, but now he has me watching over some areas for him, big cities." Sir nods his head in concern. "Nephew, be careful. Have some old guys you first brought in with you. Marin is dead, I know." Montel sighs. "And Raquel loves the block too much, and Ronnie, I don't want him out of my sight." Sir looks around. "Keep in mind the first 10 that's still around never change. Put them as overseers for you while you run the city." Montel tells him, "I'ma keep that in mind."